I'm here to discuss the so-called flying saucers.
And now I'll ask Officer Stein and his colleagues to escort the accused into the room so that we may all look upon the guilty party. Don't get him too close to me, please.
Well, I saw a huge craft just kind of come right over Squaw Peak. That was, it was just breathtaking, and unquestionably it was a UFO, which means unidentified flying object.
How big?
Bigger than anything I've ever seen in the sky.
I'm Liam Bodhi, and today I'll be working with the beings who were on the ship that graced us on March 13th, 1997. It seems to be a mystery of what it was up in the sky, and as soon as it was here, as fast as you could blink, the government stepped in and tried to have you believe that they were military flares. But it didn't fool us then, but it always seemed to be a mystery until now. So without further ado, I'll turn it over to the beings of the ship, of the Phoenix Lights. We are the Pleiadian Council who offer this message to humanity through this channeler here today. The ship was a Pleiadian High Council ship, and as the name that humans suggested, the event was named the Phoenix Lights, and our mission was that of light. From the human perspective, there were thousands who witnessed the ship, and our lights illuminated on the ship were there to show the people of Earth that we were here to help. Many people noticed that the ship was a large triangle in shape. The three-sided triangle offers a humankind clue into our motivations, as the three sides of the shape make up parts of a pyramid. When three triangles are put together, the number 3 refers into spirituality, as the Trinity, and many different practices call the parts of the Trinity different things. In our perception, there is the conscious experiencer, the spirit of the person experiencing what they experience, and then the oversoul of the experiencer who is on the other side of the veil, so to speak, that is the larger aspect of the spirit experiencing life. In symbolism alone, it should be clear that we are spiritual beings offering our light to humanity. However, at that time there was so much fear and darkness that pervaded so much of human consciousness that the point was missed by the larger whole. While most people didn't know what to make of it, we did complete the work we set out to do, and it was successful in a large way. The intent of our rendezvous with Earth at that time was to raise the light within humanity and in certain parts of the world that are energetic centers of the Earth that were to be more energetically active at that time. The event provoked many people to awaken to the idea that humans are not alone and look to a larger, grander picture of what could be. And this explorer mentality helps to unlock more of the aspects of human consciousness by the asking of the question, are we alone? How did we get here? What's my purpose in life? What happens after we die? All of these questions stir something within us, and for some of us, there is an inner awakening that occurs that starts to tear down the walls of the mundane, and a spark is born of the connection with the spirit, and all of a sudden your life seems a little more magical than it was yesterday. The question is the doorway to the answer, and the answer to any question you have lies inside of you, every single one of you, and it doesn't matter who thinks the question. It opens up a divine permission slip to find the truth. Nowadays, lots and lots of people are awakening in the energetic shift happening on the planet. But in 1997, there was much less of the amount of the public with enough light to start to awaken. You must know, just as angels, we must follow a code that states we cannot act on your behalf without your permission. And how would you ever know to ask without an introduction of sorts? When we show ourselves in our vessels, we don't have any preconceived notion of what reaction you will have. It's up to your free will to react in whatever way you choose. But we've found that when a human sees the life event that is an encounter with the sight of an alien craft, that is of a high vibration, the thing that happens within the human and every other humanoid species across the galaxy we come in contact with, there is a synaptic surge that happens that activates a memory. This is the kind of memory that is from lifetimes ago, an elemental type of memory that is embedded within the DNA structure of all humankind. This is the kind of memory that helps you remember who you really are, and slowly over time, these memories come back again in different forms, and it stirs something within you, the seeker of the truth within you, and you want to know more, find out more. And the ones who go within, who find their answers, awaken to their own truth. What makes this important is that you were asleep for so long, and so many of you right now are waking up to the you always were. You are light, a conscious light being living out a human experience. And when you become aware of that light, your consciousness grows and expands into the divineness you never were allowed to know about. There will be a time when we all can be together in unity. Until then, I wish you the infinite light of the divine.